everybody and welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Julianne and I have been living in Germany for over 2 years now, which is crazy. The time has just flown by, and this is our space, this is our home, at least for now, and we have been living here for the past year. So I thought it would be really fun to show you guys around a typical German apartment as well as our apartment, because I think ours is quite unique. First off, it was actually purposed as a student's dorm before we moved in. And actually, a funny thing is that the only reason why we were able to move in here is because of COVID, because there weren't as many, especially international students, coming into our city. And so we were able to take advantage of that, and we were able to get this apartment for a pretty good price monthly. Of course, we're saving a bit of money on our flat. There were some downsides. 100% there were a lot of downsides when we first moved in. It needed so much work. The problem with shared dorm style flats is that, you know, not one person has the responsibility to clean it. And so in our experiences, they're usually pretty dirty. So first, when we moved in, we had to scrub everything, and I really recommend you guys to go back and look at my first flat tour in Germany. I posted that video almost a year ago, and it showed our flat before we made many changes to it. So maybe go back and look at that for reference. I will add some clips here. It was bad. So let's just start at the beginning. When you first walk into the flat, there are a set of stairs going up into like the main area of the flat, but on both sides of you, there are two doors. These two doors are other rooms that would be available for students to rent in a normal time, but because it's just me and my husband living here at the moment, that's where we put a lot of the old dorm room furniture into, and so we don't use those ones. You come up these stairs, which are different from in the first flat tour, because before it was this carpet, and oh, it was bad. We were even considering on our own money tearing out this carpet, like refinishing the wood underneath, because it was bad. But then they said that they would be replacing the flooring there when they replace the kitchen. Hint, coming soon. So when you first get up the stairs, on the one side is the toilet room. We didn't really make any changes here. We just like to keep it clean and minimal, and that's all. We keep what we need in there and nothing more. When we first moved in, we were considering covering up the tiles with something like tile stickers, paint, because they're very unique. But, you know, we decided that it's a rental flat, we have to deal with it. You know, we saved a lot of money moving here, so, you know, that's just one of the things that we have to deal with. And it was the exact same in the main bathroom, where we have a shower, we have our laundry there, and our vanities. I think for a long time we were really considering changing that room. We were considering just painting all of the walls white, because if you notice, they're like orange and black tiles, and it's just so dark. But, you know, again, this is what we have to deal with living in a rental flat. So we just left that, and again, we keep what we need to keep in there. We try and just keep it as clean as possible, and that does make it better. On the other side of the hallway, there is my husband's office, and I'm not going to show you in there because it's just his computer, lots of bookshelves. You know, we have all of our documents in there because, you know, in Germany, they love certificates and documents, so you have to keep them all. We have them all in there. We also have a ton of books, and then we just have extra storage in that room, really. That's all it is. And one thing that I actually do really like about this flat is there's this little cutout in the wall, and it has these two little lower cabinets, which we like to keep our shoes in. And on top, we just like to keep our keys, our sunglasses, and our masks for when we go out. Now, a little bit further down the hallway is the kitchen. The kitchen was the biggest change that happened in this flat, because, and I will put some clips up because it is such a difference. When we first moved in, the kitchen was falling apart. There were cupboard doors missing, and we didn't even feel safe putting our stuff in them because first off, they were so incredibly dirty and we didn't want to scrub down the whole thing because we knew it was getting replaced. So we kept all of our dishes, everything for the kitchen, we kept in one of the other rooms, and it stayed there for half a year. We only got our new kitchen in, when was it? We only got our new kitchen in February. So we moved in September. That was a long wait until we had our new kitchen. And I remember the worst of it was when it was right before the new kitchen was installed and they totally removed the old kitchen. And so for 2 weeks we were living completely without a kitchen. We had a little panini grill and we were just like making everything on this little panini grill because otherwise we would have to go down into the basement of the building to cook anything. So I just remember that was a hard time. That was the dark before the light in getting a new kitchen, and getting the new kitchen was such a life changer. And a bonus, the kitchen had a dishwasher, which was amazing, and we adore it and love it so much. So the next room is my room, I guess you could say. It's partially our shared closet, it's partially the guest bedroom, it's also my office, and it's also a craft room of sorts. So in this room, the bed and the desk, they had to stay there as part of the former dorm room, and you know, I'm really happy about that because we actually have a space, like a proper bed for guests to sleep in when they come and visit us, and they don't just have to sleep on the couch. You know, that is a really good benefit to this. And then also it was just nice that I actually got a desk that I can use. And now into the living room. This is one of the top few rooms in the flat because it took a long time to get right, and I think we got it right. For a long time we were searching on eBay for secondhand furniture pieces to replace our old ones. If you remember, way before we had like a really dark gray leather couch, and it wasn't my style at all. It was very dark, and there was that. It was beside this great big dark wardrobe. I'm thankful that we were able to replace those, and that was such a good choice because now that room, it's light, it's airy, it's much more calming, and I really like that. But I'm also really proud of us because everything in that room, absolutely everything, is secondhand. I think the only thing that's actually brand new in that room is, you know, probably some of the accessories like the books and stuff. Some of them are new, and the light feature. That's the only thing that's new. Everything else secondhand, either passed down from family or we got it off eBay. The next room, and definitely my favorite room, is this room. It is the bedroom. This room probably needed the least amount of work, but it had the biggest transformation. First off, we added curtains. We kept it very clean and very simple, and it's really nice and relaxing in this room. It's not stuffy. I didn't want it to be crowded, so I am very, very pleased with how this turned out. The dresser is actually a secondhand IKEA dresser, but I just changed the handles on it, or like the drawer pulls, to these like nice kind of brassy gold tones. The mirror, I remember we got that at a flea market for €1. That was such a good score. And then the only other really big item in the room is our bed and our 2 nightstands. And these are very near and dear to our hearts because our good friend made them for us, which was so kind of him. It was a wedding gift that he made our bed frame, and then he had some wood left over, so he made matching side tables with it. And I'm just speechless because it looks so good, so professional, and really just this whole room is amazing and I love it so much. Another thing that I love about this room so much is that it gets light throughout the whole day because we have a south facing window and a west facing window, so you get a bit of light in the morning, but it's not so much that it's gonna like wake you up really early. For me that's important because I'm a light sleeper. But then just all throughout the day, all throughout the evening, it's nice and it's light in here and it's so beautiful in the evening time. Oh, yeah, it's my favorite room by far. And then last, outdoors, we have our garden and our balcony. So wow, this went through a transformation. I actually have a video about our balcony transformation, which I will link below. I love it so much. I love that we have been able to grow our own food. We have been getting so many zucchinis and the tomatoes are starting to ripen on the vine now. Oh, I'm so excited. And we even have a little cucumber. So I think for me that has been not only such a good hobby to get into, but it's also really nice. We are growing our own food, trying to do it as sustainable as possible, you know, using secondhand materials to build the raised garden beds. We've been collecting rainwater because Germany has been pouring with rain lately. We always have buckets out collecting rainwater for the garden. It's just been so nice. Also in time for summer this year is when we replaced our couches. So not only did we just get the one couch in the living room, we also got a love seat which we were able to put outside, and we just put a rain cover over it. It's been fine so far. It's definitely not an outdoor sofa, but it has been fine outside with our rain cover and partially covered by the roof. So that is the home tour, and some other little things that I wanted to talk about in just like things that I'm really loving that we're doing, other things that have been sustainable for us. Well, first off, almost everything is secondhand. So of course your idea of sustainability might be different from mine. So to me, sustainability means to fill your home with as much as you can secondhand and just really loving and using what you already have. That has been big for us. It has saved us so much money in this flat, but we've also managed to make this flat the nicest one that we've ever lived in. It's taken more time, definitely, because we've had to wait until the perfect item comes on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but when we get that, we're saving so much money than just buying something new, you know. And then I think honestly that is the biggest thing. Other than that, we're not using a whole lot of electricity. Our flat generally gets good lighting in the main areas, so in the bedroom and then also in the living room there's very good light. And I will say I actually wasn't able to do like the normal flat tour where you walk through it because it's so dark. The hallway is very dark. The kitchen is pretty dark. It's obviously not the best, you know, this isn't the most ideal place to live in that we want to live in indefinitely, but it's nice. We're doing what we can with what we have. And you know, one of those things is we're not using much electricity because in the main places where we are, it gets lots of light throughout the whole day. Another thing is that now that we have a balcony, we're able to hang dry our clothes outside, and they're able to dry much faster than hanging them inside. Obviously, we still have to do that during the winter time, but in the summertime, we're really taking advantage of that, drying it outside, letting the sunshine hit it, all that good stuff. And then pretty much other than that, we're just doing small, you know, like zero waste replacements, like using bar soaps instead of liquid soap in a plastic pump. I use a shampoo bar instead of getting a typical like bottled shampoo. Our oh my god, I can't talk this. Our dish soap and our laundry detergent, we get them as natural as they can be. So when that water is flushed through, it's not harming anything, which is a pretty big thing in Germany, I've learned actually. At least with my in-laws, they've talked about that quite a bit. I don't think we're going to be changing too much in our flat over the next few months. For me, the next few months, I'm going to be in Canada, and that's why I wanted to film this video now, because I thought it would be kind of fun to make a bit of a comparison. And then over the next year while we're living here, you know, I don't think we're going to be doing that many changes. I think we're pretty satisfied with where we're at now, so we're just happy about it. So if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to support me on my adventure living in Germany and also traveling back to Canada pretty soon, then please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! So
Trish.